I'm Phoenix Wright, and welcome to the stupidest case of the century. And that's saying something, considering all my cases. Really loving the symbols effect.
Oh!
So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you. We are never going to get a breakdown sprite from this man.
We're just gonna have to mention Regina.
Too chill. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us.
He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. So, what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true?
Evidence?
In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip.
Okay.
Don't forget the power of my gavel as well.
And my axe.
And my
Mr.
tits.
Wright? I'm just imagining, like, them all putting stuff on a table.
And
Yeah.
my attorney's badge.
Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
Nick, you say they want evidence.
I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. How could they ask me for evidence? But there is still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account.
Unusual?
A contradiction, actually.
Okay then. Use that and get out of this jam.
That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. I'm just so tired.
I mean, I know he was missing the symbols, but like...
The fact that the hat was at the scene, but they saw the hat, like...
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
That Mo
I
saw
think
the
it is
hat.
the hat.
Yeah. Good call. Take that! The problem is Max's three symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses.
Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings.
Yesterday, there were two contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses were the other. But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. You fool! Do you ever shut up? No. Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's. Oh, I can't stop talking about that bust, huh?
Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of.
Objection! Fine, you've got one, but what about the other contradiction?
The other contradiction?
Remember what that ventriloquist said in court! He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. Ma'am, did you not watch the stupid animation that we all saw? It was on backwards. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away.
Can you do it, Nick?
Mm-hmm. Of course. I can explain all of it.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Let's do that.
What was that? Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust.
I'm recalling it.
If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? They could simply not have animated it in a way that makes the cloak float upwards.
It's like the cartoon thing where he gets hit so hard that his cloak just flew off.
Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Ah! Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. He said backside.
And bust.
Order! Order! This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads.
Why not, right?
Fuck it.
Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel.
Birds.
Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind?
What is it?
You took the time to research our circus, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't?
If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track.
Why is that? Motive.
Yeah.
This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. What if the lion sneezed, bro?
What if you thought it was Regina, bro?
Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now.
What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster.
Acro's motive.
Oh.
It seems that this case isn't over yet.
Unfortunately.
Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break.
Of course.
I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess.
No, please. Francisca's gonna come kick our ass in the break room.
Let's just
break
play
room?
tetherball and have a nice time.
Waiting room, whatever.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Match to the death.
A lobby. This court will now take a 10-minute recess.
No roughhousing.
There will be roughhousing.
To be continued with more roughhousing.
In the next installment, Phoenix Wright versus a whole-ass whip. Will he stay conscious?
No.
Is it really a Phoenix Wright case if he doesn't lose consciousness?
No.
I can't believe it. Acro?
Neither can I.
It's pretty shocking, isn't it?
It definitely is. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus. Am I that hated?
Uh-oh. Ahem.
Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose.
He did?
Okay, maybe this isn't Francisca.
Maybe it's
It's probably Regina.
But I'm I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know?
Me when I've been framed for murder.
Me normally.
I'm just a little guy.
I'm just a little creature. I cannot change this.
But you're not, which is kind of the reason why.
Oh.
We're all
Ahem. Hey! Hey, pal! I brought the diorama. You're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Oh my god, he actually did.
Oh.
We went through 3 different characters in 3 different coughs. Ah, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. How now, detective? I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little?
Really tasty milk.
But-
It's only been sitting out for like an hour.
4 hours. We came at 10, and now it's 2 p.m.
Oh no.
Oh no!
How about a card trick, detective?
Hmm. Ho ho ho. Well, if you insist.
Now, about that evidence you mentioned. What's it? The scarf?
Here you go. Yep.
Yep.
Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room.
Yup. And I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later.
Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this?
Hmm. That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan.
I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now.
You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were sent into motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me. I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever decided until the very end. That's it.
Layers on layers on layers.
And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here.
Why would Francisca?
Or is it
No,
a different process?
it's not. Right?
I genuinely interpreted that as from Edward, but
I feel like Gumshoe
just
would
projecting.
tell us, considering
That's
he was
fair.
so sad earlier.
yeah. I just want more Edgeworth lore. Desperately. I guess I also want more Francisco lore, so. What did he mean by that? The very end part.
I feel like we're definitely looking over another prosecutor. It was Winston Payne.
I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. That message was signed by Winston Payne, pal.
Don't scare me like that.
It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. It's all full of milk.
What? For me?
It's milk. Is he like lactose
don't-
intolerant and everyone hates him so much that they're like, get this man
No,
some
didn't-
fucking milk.
Wasn't it like a thing earlier where he said he like needed milk to calm down or whatever?
I
Oh,
do
I
not
don't
recall
remember.
that happening.
Maybe
believe
I'm
you,
making
though.
something up.
The reception area looks like some kind of dairy, so hurry up and drink it all before it spoils.
An entire dairy's worth of milk. For me?
Maybe he was a dairy farmer as a boy.
Probably.
I almost thought we were gonna get through an episode with no Gumshoe, but
Thank God.
thank God he was there.
Court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please continue from where you left off.
I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit the crime.
Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please proceed with your testimony.
Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay?
Drank some bad milk, Maya. Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
I got the shits from all this bad milk.
He's angsting again.
Yeah. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Rustle Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old.
Does that count as child labor?
Yeah.
Maybe they just
I
called it
wanted to
gymnastics.
I wanted to find a way to become the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life.
You're such a thoughtful young man.
As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such high esteem.
You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there?
Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster?
He wasn't trying to kill the ringmaster.
This might be my last chance to answer that question. Of course I'll cross-examine. He said us twice, you fool. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness.
Well, perhaps we could, press when he said us. I don't know, what do you guys
Start at the
think?
beginning.
I think because we need to establish a lot.
Yeah.
First,
If we
we
can
said he
establish
has
the
a brother.
existence of his brother, because we can't. I don't think we can establish right now that he was trying to kill Regina.
No.
Because that's
Yeah.
not really covered in this testimony.
Plus, we need to know about the brother to know that he felt like Regina was at fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, how should we do that? Press one of these? Or present the brother, or...
I would say maybe just press one of these. Because I feel, yeah.
Probably
Who are
the second
we?
one.
Hold it! Too late, sorry. We?
That's
Yeah.
fine. Oh, you're good. I don't think I noticed that. Yeah, my brother Sean and I.
What? You have a brother?
How old were you when this happened, Acro?
I was 8 years old and my brother was 4. Did his brother become an acrobat at age 5?
Your parents were very cruel, weren't they?
Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us. Simply too chill. Because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the Berry Big Circus. That is most excellent.
Laying it on a bit thick.
Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed.
He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like.
Ow!
No crying in court, or the club. Let's keep going.
The witness may proceed with his testimony.
Okay.
Wait, who said that? Okay.
Oh, it is stained with a small quantity of pepper. We
Oh.
did solve it.
Oh my god.
But we still don't have the proof that
I know, I just needed to
it's
look at that.
Regina.
Hmm.
Maybe just keep pressing?
Dangerous, but alright. Hold it! How would you describe your relationship with the Ringmaster?
It was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother, all rolled up into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had.
What about the other people at the circus?
Oh? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in. So no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile.
What a beautiful story.
That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person?
I know, he seems like a nice guy, which is what makes this so difficult.
So then, how long have you been a performer?
I mean, maybe if we press this, he'll be like, oh, you're not an acrobat anymore, right? But like, I don't know.
But like, what is it gonna bring?
I don't know!
I think we should keep pressing.
Okay.
'Cause I don't see an obvious place to present anything.
Hold it! You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age?
That child labor? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape.
Alright, go ahead and flex.
I was the 10-year-old you've ever seen. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. He was the buffest 5-year-old you've ever seen. Oh no. We call ourselves the Flying the Flying Dingling Berries. It's nearly a household name.
I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar.
Uh-huh.
The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus.
You truly are a remarkable young man.
The judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father.
I wish he'd look at me like that.
Did we ever find out about Phoenix's relationship to his parents?
Not really, I don't think.
Not really.
Okay, I guess I can just press this?
Yeah,
They
like this
haven't
might give us
punished
an
us for pressing
opportunity-
yet.
This might give us an opportunity to present the note and be like, but what if you weren't trying to kill the ringmaster?
Hold it! Did you ever have any trouble with the Ringmaster? Ow! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. Ow! Ow, 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 ow!
No matter how you look at it, There's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life.
Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor.
Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them.
I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk.
I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely.
Exactly right, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead?
No.
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 Is this what it feels like to know what's happening?
I feel so powerful.
Nick?
Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start, after I solved the case at the very beginning of the trial. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
What?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish.
This is regression.
Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, "This is the real killer of Russell Berry, ringmaster." If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
The end of things?
Acro. You didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? I'm starting to doubt that Francisco was the one who said that. The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of the witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. That is a lot of red text. What?! Kind of enjoy being able to do Francisca's reactions, which are real words, instead of Edgeworth, king of
Yeah.
Edgeworth grunts compilation.
Please,
I
no.
that.
Please, God,
Oh
no.
god.
Not like this.
That's the only reason I will ever get video editing.
Order! Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Hello?
Bailiff? Fucking shoot anyone who's too loud. Take them out.
Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court?
Make it my bitch, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else?
We're supposed to
Yes.
present the someone else.
Mm-hmm. I am.
This fucking 16-year-old.
Take that! Regina Berry?
This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro. You were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? Objection! You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. Objection!
One of those is a genuine objection.
He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, "You're wrong." That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough! Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ow!
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself!
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Huh?
And that goes for you too. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. She's really fucking losing it.
Yes, me too. I am also losing it. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl. But no?
Probably.
Yeah, I guess so,
I
right?
think so, yeah.
Take that! Acro, you remember this, don't you? Begging for a breakdown spray from this man.
That's...
It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat.
Inside the victim's tailcoat?
Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, "To the Murderer." Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. Oh, that's pretty late.
So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note?
Mm-hmm. Yes, but there's just one little problem.
Problem?
Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean, it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Wow.
Order! 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 Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours.
I will carry the burden of being the audience if I have to.
Wow.
It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply
Well,
put,
sounds like a
Regina
theory.
didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, I mean the ringmaster, saw the note? Mm-hmm. That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake. Instead of Regina.
That's incredible.
Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today.
Lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself.
Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza. Because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was.
I've got it. I've got it. Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza.
And that's when he let the bust fly. Wow, the judge solved something.
Hey, Nick! Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience?
Ruh-roh.
Yup,
Oh.
because Mo wanted her to be here.
She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here.
Hope Regina can handle it.
Hey, Regina, you killed your friend.
No, he's in a
Daddy's
coma.
dead because of it.
You killed a pedophile.
Oh.
I mean,
But not
yeah.
on purpose, is the thing.
That's, yeah.
He's not dead. He's in a coma.
That's true.
Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Objection! Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool.
Jesus.
Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line.
Fool Nick's right.
I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes? What about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant. which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. Thank you.
Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note?
The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it.
I have no idea.
An incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time.
Sorry.
Moron!
We've regrown.
Wait! Are you sure that it relates to the present case?
Remember the rules of evidence law! It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
You'll never
I was ready
believe
to
it.
believe it was a typo on
No.
their part.
You'll never believe it, but in an Ace Attorney case, the crime actually depends on something that happened in the past.
Whoa!
Holy
Whoa.
Wow, it's almost like that how motive is made.
Really, Nick?
shit! I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. Which I totally am. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually... this? Because there's
Yeah.
pepper in it?
Yeah. Or the pepper shaker. Because that was in the box.
Well, I think that because the pepper
Probably
isn't
this, yeah.
specifically linked.
I feel like this is maybe a case where we could present either one, but...
I
mean,
feel like the
this
scarf
one-
would be better, and then the pepper later.
kind of... Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Well, I was actually... I don't know, I was thinking maybe the other way around, because,
I think the pepper would be first because it was in the box, you know? And then
Right,
it'll
but
be
I
like,
think-
so.
why
I think the
pepper?
scarf is a little more tangential.
Uh-huh.
But I
Take
don't
that!
know. Achoo! 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 Achoo!
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
She is German.
It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for.
What do you mean?
I never said smell it.
Achoo!
Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside.
Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Barry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Objection! Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Barry's intended victim?
Back?
Yeah.
This man. Take that!
Gone.
Who is this?
That is Acro's
Who that
younger
is?
brother. Objection! What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead! Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead.
Regina. She did that to him?
Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
A lion?
The judge is deathly afraid of lions. Miss Regina Barry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Ms. Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. How do you fucking know?
So then what happened to Acro's brother?